Hello. I'm going to read you a story called The Passover Parrot. It's by Evelyn Zusman, and I hope you like it as much as I do. I loved our brownstone house in Brooklyn. It had a large, homey kitchen and lots of room upstairs. Best of all was the big backyard with the tall oak tree that shaded us from the summer sun. My brothers Joey and Saul and I loved to play there, especially in the springtime. One day, our neighbor, Mrs. Brown, knocked at our door. "Good morning," Mama said. "What's that you're holding?" "Your parrot." "Yes, Mrs. Cohen, I'm moving. Wouldn't you like to keep him?" She noticed me, tugging at Mama's skirt, and pushed the cage into my hand. "For you, Lily, a present." And before Mama could say, 7 children and a parrot, Mrs. Brown was gone. I jumped with such delight that I scared the parrot half to death. Mama shook her head. "More things to take care of," she grumbled. "I'll help you, Mama. You'll see." It was shortly before Passover, and Mama was clearing the house, removing the chametz, the leavened foods we can't eat on the holiday. She began to refer to the parrot as "that chametz stick a bird," and before long we all called him Chametz. "Can you say the 4 questions in Hebrew?" Papa asked me a few days before the Seder. His smile seemed to say, "It's okay if you can't." But Joy was old enough to ask them in English, so I made up my mind to learn them in Hebrew. "Mama, will you listen to me say the 4 questions?" I asked. But Mama was too busy. "Ask Joey to listen to you." I asked Joey. "Why me?" he said. "Ask Saul or Franny or Rachel." "Never mind," I replied. In the end, I chose chametz. He was never too busy to listen. In fact, he loved it when I practiced. "Ma nishtanach halayla hazeh," I sang, and Chametz repeated in his squeaky parrot voice. "Ma nishtanach halayla hazeh." "Mikol halaylot." "Mikol halaylot." Wouldn't Papa be surprised? I could hardly wait for the Seder. At last the day came. David and Franny helped Mama in the kitchen. Rachel and Saul set the table. Joey, Becky, and I checked to see that everything was in order. "Haggadot?" Joey asked. "Check," I said. "Haroset?" Becky said, sampling some. "Wine?" "Enough for every cup and Elijah's too," Papa called from the kitchen. The guests arrived, all dressed up. After we admired the table, we took our places, and Papa began the Seder. He broke the middle matzah and put half under the satin cover. He wrapped the other half in a napkin. "This is the afikomen," he said, putting it behind the pillow on his chair. "Whoever brings it to me after dinner will get a reward." We all smiled. Joey laughed. He had already taken the afikomen. "Here, Lily, hide it quickly," he whispered. I snatched the napkin with the afikomen and ran upstairs to my bedroom. As I slipped back into my chair, Papa called, "Quiet, everyone. Lily will ask the 4 questions." I stood on a chair and began to sing. "Ma nishtanach halayla hazeh." As I paused to take a breath, Chametz, who had been sitting quietly in his cage in the living room, repeated in his parrot squeaky voice, "Ma nishtanach halayla hazeh." All eyes turned to Chametz. I tried to continue. "Mikol halaylot." The parrot squeaked right after me. "Mikol halaylot." My brothers giggled. The guest laughed too. Take the parrot upstairs to the bedroom, Papa suggested. When I came back, I sang the 4 questions without a single mistake. The guests clapped and Papa smiled. With the sweet singing and delicious meal, I forgot all about the parrot. At last, Papa called for the afikoman so we could finish the Seder. Joey, do you have it? No, Papa. Saul, do you have it? No, Papa. Lily? Yes, Papa. May I have the afikoman, please? I ran to my bedroom, but there was no afikoman. I looked under the table and under the bed, no afikoman, and there was no parrot either. The cage door was wide open, and Hummets was gone. I sat down on the floor and began to cry. Papa sent Joy, and he searched too. Then came Saul. In a minute, he knew exactly what had happened. Follow me, he said. Joey and I followed Saul down the stairs, through the kitchen, and out the back door into the yard. There was Hummets, perched on a branch of that tall oak tree, holding the afikoman tightly in his beak. Somebody's got to climb the tree, Saul said. You better go, said Joey. I might tear my new pants. No, don't go, I said. Just let me talk to Hummets. Then at the top of my lungs, I sang as loudly as I could. Manish tanaha laila hazeh. And Hummets couldn't resist. He opened his beak and repeated, Manish tana. The afikoman dropped. Did Joey catch it? Did Saul? No, I caught it myself. Well, what was left of it. When I turned around, the whole family and all our guests were standing behind me, watching and clapping. When we returned to the house to finish the Seder, we heard echoes of a squeaky voice singing, Manish Hummets had flown quietly through the window into the cage. Perched on one leg, he was practicing for the second night's Seder. I hope you liked the story. Happy Passover.